Ladies on the View was upset that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson says that he regrets making a presidential endorsement. Period. Especially coming off of WrestleMania. The final boss says he regrets making a presidential endorsement. And a lady on The View was not happy about that. Not happy. Like he can't have his own opinion. So we gonna go straight on into that and review that and see what they had to say. Cause I think it's a little crazy that you can't have your own opinion these days, y'all. We live in a world where if you have an opinion, people gonna be mad. We don't care about that though. We still gonna share that opinion and get it out. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
Oh, this morning, besides the earthquake going on Fox and Friends, superstar Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was asked about. Yeah, he was asked about. Are his relatives here? What?
She don't like him already,
He was
y'all.
asked about putting his weight behind Joe Biden in the last election. So watch.
Am I happy with the state of America right now? Well, that answer is no. Do I believe we're going to get better? I believe in that. I'm an optimistic guy, and I believe we can get better. The endorsement that I made years ago with Biden was one I thought was the best decision for me at that time. Am I going to do that again this year? That answer is no. I'm not going to do that because what I realized, what that caused back then was something that tears me up in my guts back then and now, which is division.
So a couple of.
Before they go back, I don't think he was too wrong for that. I don't think he's wrong at all. The first thing, he's not happy with the state of the USA, of America. I'm not happy with the state of America either. So at this point, can I just straight up endorse President Joe Biden? No. No. I mean, he didn't say I'm endorsing Trump. He just said I'm not endorsing a president this go round. He's not happy, but he's optimistic. You know, it's an optimistic thing. You know, we can get better. It's always a way to get better. It's always a way up. But what he's seeing right now ain't it. I don't think it's it neither. Inflation high, my taxes getting all took out. You know, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on out here. Migrants running wild. Some of them trying to take people home, squatting. I don't like the state of America neither. So, like I said, I can't endorse President Joe Biden just off the top. And I barely think he moving. He barely alive to me. I don't think he's wrong for having that opinion. Personally, just me. I agree with The Rock, the final boss. It's nothing really. How can you be upset about that? It's his opinion. Let's see what this lady on The View got to say. She already looked like she don't like what he had to say. From the jump. Yeah, she don't look too happy.
Questions. First of all,
Maybe they're not as relatives.
Yeah. So the question, first of all, should I pay any attention to who gives an interview on Fox where they lie every day? Number one. Number two, should celebrities publicly endorse public figures? Or they should keep their
if they want
politics
to. I mean,
themselves?
celebrities are U.S. citizens, are American citizens. You don't lose your rights as a citizen because you are a celebrity. But, you know,
Exactly.
I remember, I'm so old, like I was telling Molly today, I said, you know, I remember being at a Republican convention where The Rock spoke, and I remember him being at the DNC. It was in the year 2000 in Philadelphia, and when he spoke, he wasn't there. It was George W. Bush that was getting the nomination. He wasn't there endorsing. He was there raising awareness for voting and getting young people and his followers to be involved.
Like Taylor Swift is.
Yeah, so look, I think for him, the cause of division aspect is a real one. He also went to the DNC that year. And I think everybody's entitled to do whatever the hell they want.
You know, he's been...
Thank you. Thank you. See, she got some sense. She has some sense. The other lady just hating, y'all. She just looked like she a mad woman. Hating. He can do whatever he wants. And like she said, he was just spreading voters' rights before. And the first time he decided to endorse a president, he felt like it just created divide in his life. So he's like, he's probably in the middle again, just going to now talk about it's important to vote. It doesn't matter if you go left, right, Democratic, Republican, pick. Go vote. It's your right. It's your right to vote. Go vote. That's probably what he's standing at, you know? And she's over here, celebrities shouldn't endorse anything. So what you over here doing? I think your platform turns you into a little bit more of a celebrity, not no news person. I don't think that, I mean, the View I knew, this is not the View I really knew, you know, growing up when I was younger. It was actually people I knew on the View, but now it ain't really nobody I just straight up know on there. You know, it was already famous people on the View. But right here, I don't know anybody right there. So to me, the View already has famous people. And somebody who's on the View saying famous people shouldn't have an opinion? Come on now. Come on now. He's able to endorse whoever he want to endorse just cause. And like, it just seems like he's not going to endorse anybody. He's in the middle. He just wants people to go and vote now. That's how I feel.
Quite political. I agree with you. And he's been very engaged and very involved. I do think we're living in a time where we have someone running for president that is an existential threat to democracy. Right? That is where we are at. Someone who has 88, criminal charges, 4 indictments. Someone that has vowed to be a dictator on the very first day he takes office. Now is the time. If you have a platform, you must be active. You must speak out. That's how I feel. And I generally don't think that celebrities should be forced to be politically active.
Not forced.
But right now, if you have a platform, you have an obligation.
Well, McIntyre was the one I think that said.
Who y'all think she was talking about? I think that was a contradiction. I think the other lady kind of wanna dial it back. Because she was just saying celebrities should not have an opinion. She just said they should not have an opinion. Now she's saying, I mean, obviously, y'all have an opinion. Not y'all, but obviously there's opinions going on here. The lady was just talking about one person. There's opinions here. I smell opinions. And I smell that lady gonna slowly, walk it back to whatever her opinion is. Are you mad because what you mad about? That's what I want. What really are you upset about? Because someone's not on your team? Someone can't have another opinion than you?
Said once, I don't want to speak about my politics because what I do is music and it's unifying. And when I go to a concert, she goes, I want everyone there to feel welcome and together. I don't want to divide anyone. So
she can do it at the end of the show.
But the point is there are very activist people that are entertainers. Kerry Washington is a self-proclaimed, I'm an activist. Yeah. You have Jane Fonda, activist. When you're not an activist and you happen to have a big platform, I think encouraging people to vote is the most important part because I think it's so vapid to imagine that just because someone says, I'm going to vote for this, that the sheep will fall in line and follow. Like, that minimizes voters everywhere.
Yeah.
So I don't think it matters who they're voting for. It's public participation. That's the important part.
I was a little bit.
I agree with that. She said some good parts. And she said, yeah, that was good. Voting is exactly... I already said that. Voting is what matters. Voting is what matters. No matter what side, voting is what matters.
Surprised that The Rock said this because I consider him kind of an activist in the sense that he at one point talked about potentially running for office. There was a poll that said as many as 46% of Americans would want him to run for office. So I thought it was notable in an election with the stakes this high that this is the time he chose to sit it out. But that said, I completely agree with Sarah's point, which is I don't know that The Rock has a core constituency. It's not like Republicans are waiting to hear what he says or Democrats are and they're going to decide based on that. The most important thing he could do is encourage young people to get out and vote and let them make up for themselves
And
who
is
they
he doing
vote for.
it?
But there are some endorsements.
Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. If we are voting because of what a celebrity says vote for, Lord, please help us all. Please help us all. If we are voting because of that, please help us all. This is why we need to do our own research and find a candidate that fits us the best. You feel me? Do our own research and find the candidate that fits us the best. I'm done voting for other people because other people say vote for them. That's just personally. So it don't matter who say anything. I'm going to do my own research and I'm going to figure out who's for Steve. Who about to help the richest Steve in Atlanta become the richest Steve in Atlanta. That's who about to get my vote. Straight up. That's who about to get my vote. So all that celebrity, you have your opinions. Please do. And if you come with some facts, so okay. I'm going to have to write that down so I can weigh my options a little better. Other than that,
endorsements that I think have mattered tremendously. I remember when Oprah Winfrey endorsed Barack Obama when he was running.
That's true.
And that one was incredibly significant, made a difference. She not only endorsed, she went out and campaigned.
She might do
And
it
she
again.
wanted to do that and
she
felt that to her bones,
Right,
and
so
that is great.
Listen, if they don't want to get involved, respect to them.
Yeah,
if they want to get involved and use their platform, leave them alone too.
Well,
There's people that attack folks that do that. So
There's a huge risk for some of them.
Yes.
If they,
There is.
like
But now's the time
like
to take
Robert
it.
De Niro, who's the most brilliant actor we've got.
Yeah.
Presently, besides maybe Pacino and a few others like that. But he is out against Trump.
Yes,
Calls
he
him
is.
names. He thinks he's a horrible. And people online write again that he's not a good actor. Oh, suddenly. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. And Marlon Brando. Yeah. I mean, so he takes a risk by
does.
doing it.
Yeah, but I don't think people are waiting to find.
do y'all think she would vote? She would say he's the best actress if he wasn't doing that. I think she's very biased right now. I think she's very much leaning. She's super leaning right now. She helping her case for real. She for her side 1,000%.
Find out who people vote for. They're waiting on how they're going to hate them. So what they want is they're not waiting to support. They're waiting to be divided, to be offended, and then they're going to react. So what's the good in that?
I do still think, because we talked a lot about like Taylor Swift and Beyonce, could they have an impact in this election? And I think they do a little more uniquely than The Rock in that their followers are younger. So they may be first-time voters, so encouraging them, A, to register to vote, but also you're not an ingrained voter. You're not committed to a party the first time you vote necessarily. So that's where I think it has more of an
Yes,
impact.
you are.
You're not-
Your
He's such
parents'
a
party.
megastar. He's such a megastar. Everyone loves The Rock. Okay.
Yes, the final boss.
But that's the
Can you
point. He wants
smell the
everybody
Rock
to love.
cooking? What's
Well,
no.
he
If you
endorsed
smell what The Rock is cooking,
The
yes.
reason not everyone loves us.
Please become more active.
That's exactly the point. And I remember him saying that
Please
line
become
at
active.
the
Yeah.
conventions. That's the point. Everybody loves The Rock, and The Rock wants everybody to love him.
But The Rock, he endorsed Biden the last time, and now he says he's not endorsing anybody.
Yeah.
But Trump has gotten worse since then.
He's gotten
So
worse.
my assumption is he's going to vote for Biden.
Prince was a
Hey, that just is what it is. Y'all think the ladies at The View had a good point? The Rock can be as active as he wants to. How we gonna force people to have a platform? He has a platform. How you gonna force people to do on their platform what you want them to do? That's the biggest thing to me. If he say he don't want to endorse no president, he ain't got to endorse no president. That's just how it is. I don't care how big your platform is. He's probably just going to tell people to go vote because that's what he kind of, he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. So he'll tell people go vote. But how y'all going to force him to do anything other than what he wants to do? Because he's so big. Because he the Rock. And it don't matter to me these days. Like I said, you can be... Shoot, anybody. You have your opinion, I have mine. But what I'm going to go off is I'm going to do my research and who about to help Steve. If you with me, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Because that's crazy. That is crazy. Anyway, y'all, we moving right on into this next topic. We're going to leave the Rock in the past.